one small step for man, one giant leap in credulity. Isn't it funny how we're shown these displays of several people in a very small capsule? Are we supposed to swallow that? It's funny how they also like us to swallow capsules. But space is just the distance between two solid objects, but there is no space. It's all reflected. Everything is a reflection to reflect upon, and what people think are stars, planetary bodies are just, you're just seeing the rebound effect. It's like an electric wire when it becomes detached from a telegraph pole and Earth's, and then you get the sparks. You can't see electricity, you see the interaction of two things. I think it was 20th Century Fox who used to open the film with the searchlights. That's basically what you've got up there. It's all beamed from below, as above, so below. It's just a nonsense. It really is. I would seriously recommend a channel called Brockhurst Academy, who's just brought back to life the Conor McDarry 1923 masterpiece called Irish Wisdom in the Bible and Pyramids. So much of that unlocks so much. And what is a Phoenician? What is a Pict? What is a Jew, a Hebrew, and an Israelite? Misappropriated terms which have been hijacked. This entire world, this external world, is just a fraud. Everything is run fraudulently. It's all contract law, but we can overcome it. We can see through the BS, blind faith belief systems. Even these AI generated YouTube channels, if you can penetrate the deeper levels, you'll find that there aren't any deeper levels. You can tell in feeling that they're not right. Unless the AI has perfected itself and can have little human errors, like coughing or a random sneeze and such like. They're too perfect. That's what gives them away. It also comes with an uneasy feeling inside. The gut knows every time. They're not fooling me. They're going to have to do a lot better than that. Yeah, everything is going absolutely brilliant. I made a video yesterday on attaining contentment. And that's a good place to be, but it's like being a ship that's in port in safe harbours. It's not what the ship is meant to do. It's meant to go out into the ocean and go with the flow. Navigate and plot and navigate its next course. And that's a big thing. It's the question people need to ask themselves. What would they like to be? What would they like to achieve in this reality? Come into this world with nothing, you leave with nothing. So you've got nothing to lose. But what you do take away is the experience. So experiences may seem bad, some may seem good. The bad ones, you could say, are mistakes because we missed seeing what was being presented to us. But, everything is of great value, be it true or false, because what is false always has a foundation of truth. You can't build a lie without a foundation of truth. There has to be something luring about it to draw people in. That is evident if you look at the world of politics, look at the world of religion, look at the world of science, or whatever you look at. There will always be enough truth in it, but mixed with an awful lot of deceptions as well. It's just navigating through it, being able to discern rather than being fooled by discern. There's no accident with any of these words that are used either. It's quite amazing. Anyway, I hope you're okay, and I shall probably have a new video out tomorrow. Going to do a breakdown of a few things, songs, and what has sort of come to me through links. It's quite amazing what can be gleaned from it all when the perception changes and you start seeing deeper into these things. But you don't have to go that deep, but just below the surface is where it's all happening. Same as in these physical bodies, it's all happening below the surface. Hence, we are always the last to know, which refers to the mind. About what I can't find my spiritual path. It's like, well, who says you're not on your spiritual path? The way I'd explain this, think about your mobile phone. It'll do certain functions, and then if you download specific apps, it will do so much more, but the circuitry in the phone is no different. It's the same with this so-called junk DNA. It's just not active, it's waiting for the right app. So all this nonsense and fear about what may or may not happen is not going to be a problem anyway, because the situation will be such that as and when what you could say are people's superpowers will be reactivated. They're just laying there dormant, that's all. So there's nothing to fight, there's nothing to fear. It's far better to just focus on the internal workings of self with all these things. It's a great lure to look outside oneself, but and certainly some of the things from looking outside of oneself, when you've weighed them up inside, they can actually bring an internal peace where there is actually no conflict in any information. And that's a huge game changer for a start, because it gets rid of internal conflict where you've got information in your head from one source which conflicts and you're not sure which is right and which is not. In some ways that's what these Mandela effects seem to do. It puts doubt in the mind. Is it my mind playing tricks on me? Did I really remember the 2 bars on a dollar bill sign? Well, a part of me says, yes, I definitely do remember it, but then there's a part of me that's doubting it, so it's putting trying to put a conflict, and it's like, well, it's just a symbol and it doesn't matter, but I can see what the symbol means, whether it's got 1 or 2 bars. You could also flip it over and maybe it's a twin caduceus on a single pole, so it's not 2 bars, it's 2 serpents. One's a mirror of the other anyway. Which is pretty much all this reality is. It's just a huge great reflection. But it's whether we can see in the reflection. It's no different from if you're tired and your mind will try and make sense of shadows and turn them into various things. The eyes can play tricks because the mind is trying to make sense of things it sees, but so it will invent something, and all that looks like a giant when it's just the way the light is in comparison to the shadows on, I don't know, the geology of the landscape, that kind of thing. But I suppose that the best analogy I I could give is the end of the film The Italian Job, where they get this gold, which is the material wealth, but look what happens, it's all held in the balance because the gold has slid down the inside of this coach, and all these guys are up the other end. They can't go towards the gold because the coach will then tip over the edge. They can't jump off the coach because I think there's something like 10 or 16 of them. They can't all get off at once, and of course if one of them tries to go out the door, the balance is going to tip to the material wealth and they will fall, they will plunge. There's a great analogy in that, in the chasing after the material wealth. And look where it got them. It was all held in the balance. You could say that was the scales of justice being shown in that film, The Italian Job. And isn't it interesting? It's the Italian job, considering what families and religions and the like, all the mafia, and all these things come out of that area. So is it any wonder that the film is called The Italian Job? It's reflecting an inside job, though, if you think about it. It's an external display to reflect upon and then look at the metaphorical message that is being shown in the film. Like the famous quote from that film, you're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off. Turn that in the metaphorical sense. You're not supposed to tear yourself apart inside. You're just supposed to open the door inside yourself. That is how it interprets what is being shown there, and that's the thing to remember. This is only an interpretation. I'm not saying it's a definitive truth, it's just the perspective I'm coming from with that. And I'm going to say unconditional love to you all.